Hey guys, welcome to ZukaTube, and in today's episode we will be reviewing the movie The Evil Next Door, released June 25th of 2021. Now, I'm going to play the trailer real quick. We're going to go into a little bit of a summary. I'll give you some pros and cons, my review, and then we'll go into a little spoiler section. All right, so let's get right into this trailer here. Family, just moving into a house. It's available dubbed in English. Seems happy, right? Right away, kid's like, a child lives here. Like, what? You know that's spooky right off the jump. Look at that. Drawing pictures of some ghost kid he hangs out with. Nah, he's playing with him. Saw that thing crawling. I'll name it Creepy Crawly in this episode. That's what we'll call the thing.
Just det, precis. Och det är de som har köpt Peter och Jennys gamla hus. Du vet vad som hände där, va?
Something happened there, you know? The mom's sus. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. They got the baby monitor action.
Det är något så jävla konstigt som händer här. Vad vill han, Lucas?
The dad's like, you sound crazy right there. What? Obviously, it's going to go that route, right? Oh, that kid was crawling so fast, right? I'd be out of there. I'd just get the kid and get a hotel like the first time shit gets crazy, you know? But, all right, so the trailer pretty much gives you the idea of the whole movie, right? And here's the little description they have available for the movie. It's new to her stepmother role, Sharon, or Sharon. In the dub, it sounds like they're saying Sharon, but it's spelled Sharon. So I'll just call her Sharon, right? Sharon moves into a duplex with her partner, Frederick, and his son. The home feels like the right place to start becoming a family. However, when Frederick leaves, strange things are heard from the other uninhabited side, right? So basically, just like you see in the trailer, right? Like they move in, everything seems okay, and then all of a sudden things start going a little haywire. They start hearing some things. The kid's like talking about a kid that's there and playing with a kid and talking to somebody who's not there. The whole nine, right? And I'll give you basically a little play-by-play on how some of that starts to go, right? It starts with like a scared woman in the dark looking for her daughter. A daughter's name is Kim, right? She's panicking and all that stuff. And the daughter gets taken away by something, right? And of course, everybody in every scenario never turns their lights on. I don't know why. It would definitely help. But either way, that's how this goes, right? Then it shows the couple, right? And they're all about to move into this new house. And the creepy ass kid goes, all right. So the creepy ass kid asks if they get this new house and everything, if she'll be the new mom, and if that's so, does that mean she's gonna die like the last mom? Like, what the hell, man? All right, but man, I would have been so mad. Like, wow, what a thing to say, kid. But either way, right? It gets weirder, right? This kid is you could tell, like in the trailer, like he thinks mad stuff is sus. Like he's always got this weird look on his face, you know. But these people are apparently moving into a duplex, not even knowing it's a duplex, never seeing the place to begin with, and aren't going to look for other options, but are deciding to buy it like they are purchasing it. It's not like he's moving for work and they're giving him a place. He still has to purchase a place or something, and they don't really specify what either of their jobs are. So that is a thing. Okay, so, right away, the kid, when they're looking at this house, he's like getting into a spooky situation right away. And you see in the trailer, like, he walks in an empty room. There's a kid that lives here. And he's like, no, there was a kid that lived here kind of deal. No. And then right away when that kid is walking around in there, you see a kid in the corner looking spooky as hell, of course. And stupidly, they buy the house without looking at any other houses. And the kid looks all creeped out, of course, as soon as they decide to buy it. They show the attic, right, after they move in, is nailed shut, which somehow they didn't look at when they checked the house out. Do people like that watch movies like this just not know how it is to buy a house? I mean, I'm assuming there's a lot of people out there that own a house or have looked at a house trying to buy a house. I don't know. Or like they're playing off like maybe what you might see on a show about buying a house, because I feel like no one would do this. Straight up. You're really not going to notice the room with the attic and not be like, why is that nailed shut? I need to see that if I'm going to buy this house. I need to know if there's roof damage. What are we doing here? I don't know. But that's just me going on an old man rant, right? But Frederick, right? He has to leave for work already for weeknights. So you know it's already going to be weird. They got to be left alone. And it shows the issues of them like not being able to adjust to each other right away. And they're still like mourning the kid's mom. That whole deal. So they show the kid talking and playing with this like invisible kid from next door. And Sharon becomes like a little creeped out and starts like asking, like, because he starts asking weird shit like if the dead can come back to us and stuff like that, right? And like people do everything with the lights out in this goddamn movie for some reason. Turn your lights on. Are you really that worried about your energy bill that when shit gets a little sus, you ain't going to turn a damn light switch on? Typical horror movie nonsense right there, right? And the kid starts talking about the kid next door, the whole deal. They show that creepy little fucks in the house. Creepy crawly, right? She's way too passive, especially when he says like that she's just mean and not his mom, and she just leaves after hearing him clearly playing hide and seek with someone like in the house. And then all of a sudden this shit happens. This is after she just like bitches out and goes downstairs. She's like, "You're not my real mom." He's back to playing the hide and seek again. It's terrible, man. 7, 8. It's crazy hearing the difference in voices when you watch something that's dubbed over, you know? Look at this kid. Look at him. He's got like a cool like dinosaur onesie though. That's pretty awesome. Got to give it to him, right? That's pretty badass. And he's pretty ballsy. Once again, these kids, like everybody in here, don't turn a light switch on. If you're looking for somebody playing hide and seek, you turn the damn lights on when you walk in a room trying to find them, right? Turn a hallway light on. Look at that. Door opens and the damn attic ladder is down. It's out of control, man. The kid's got guts. He's going for it. He's like, that's not creepy at all. I love hanging out in the dark, playing with invisible people. Nope. Not me as a kid. I would not be down with that. I would be turning lights on. Grab a flashlight. I don't know. Like, are you for real? Look at him. He's just slowly going up the ladder, too. Like, you could tell the kid thinks this is mad sus, and yet he's still got the guts to do this in slow motion. Like, it's either you got the guts and you just get up there, or you're doing it that slow and you're really scared about it, but you're still going to do it anyway. Really? And I'd be like, nah, I'm going to bed. Oh, you hear it. Look at that. You see the little fingies. Yeah, so that's a thing that happens, right? But the kid's like pretty gutsy, and apparently the thing doesn't take him or anything like that. Just scares the hell out of him, right? And the mom finally starts to notice things are off and someone's there or something's there, and like spooky knocking scene happens that like they show in the trailer, And they talk about the boogeyman, and the mom and the kid go outside to see if someone's next door, right? And she sees the creepy crawly going right through the window, calls the cops. The dad comes home. They all kind of like are skeptical, and they're like, nah, you're crazy, lady, right? Dad comes home for a day or two, and things are great all of a sudden. Nothing even happens, right? Sharon finds out about the child going missing from the previous owners, so she's all scared. They show that little part in the trailer, like, oh, did you hear what happened in the last family, blah, 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 you know, that whole deal. And she grabs the baby monitor and puts it in the room and starts seeing things through it. And it's very similar to a movie literally called The Baby's Room. And like it's about a guy who they move into a new house and things start happening and he gets baby monitors and great movie. It's from 2006. Look it up. You might have to watch it, potentially subtitles. I don't know if they should. They probably have a dubbed version too, but really great. And it's like very reminiscent of that movie throughout this at certain points, right? Okay, but either way, she gets gutsy and goes to the other side house. And, okay, but well, you know what? Before I get any farther, let's get into the spoilers. Because that's the whole basic gist of things is like, you know, you're going back and forth with the buildup of new family moving into the house. Dad's got to go somewhere. They're left in a situation where it's just the two of them, you know. The kid starts hearing, seeing things or associating with a ghost. You know, the parents don't even notice it or brush it off. Then they start getting skeptical, but then other people don't believe them. And it's a buildup of eventually everybody believing that something's going on, right? You know, and the thing's trying to take the kid and the whole deal. And there's like a demon kid, the creepy crawly. Remember the creepy crawly, right? Okay, so either way, I'm going to give this movie, I would say, 6.5 out of 10. And I feel like I've been throwing a lot of like anywhere from 6 to 7s lately on a lot of things. And it's just because this is very typical. Obviously, like there was a lot of things right away that they kind of do in the most unrealistic way possible of how they even move into this house, let alone like just very typical tropes throughout it. They do a decent job on the little glimpses you do get of like the kind of spooky monster thing. Like here's a little shot kind of brightened up a little bit that I took here. It's very creepy looking, but there's like kind of a couple different, I guess it can shape shift or something like that kind of deal, right? But the movie's pretty typical. Like I wouldn't find myself watching the movie again. The whole time I was just kind of mad at the choices, like especially like when she's supposed to be responsible for this kid. They both know something's going on. And then all of a sudden, she's been nothing but helpful. And the kid's going to be like, you're mean. You're not my real mom. Are you kidding me, kid? You're going to listen to me for a second. Something's going on. And I'm going to figure it out. And when I ask you questions, like, for real? Like, you really going to be mad? Like, the lady's super nice. Not to mention, like, she's like a total smoke show and the whole deal. And the husband's like bootleg David Beckham or something like that looking like. Right? So, okay, let's get into the spoilers section, shall we? Spoilers. So spoiled. Okay, so basically, now we're in the spoilers section, right? Okay, so there was basically a trap set to get her to go to the other house, and the creepy crawly went over to get the kid, right? And the dad doesn't believe it, so she starts investigating and finds the previous owner had said the mom was like claiming the same stuff about the house and kind of went crazy, right? And they split up after they moved. And she boards up the attic, finally, like after this whole deal. First off, when it started to happen and get weird, I would be boarding up the attic. I'd be in a hotel for the night, the whole nine. Like, I ain't playing that. You'd be thinking I'm crazy way sooner than that. All right, so Creepy Crawly comes back and causes like a diversion, you know, while the kid gets taken, and she manages to grab him before it's too late and take him to the hospital, right? But the dad, like, he freaks out and throws her out, and she freaks out talking about something's coming for him, and the little bastard kid, right? He won't even speak up and say nothing. You spend all this time getting attacked by a thing in your house and talking to a goddamn creepy crawly ghost kid, and you're not going to speak up when your dad's sitting there kicking your new stepmom out because she tried to help you? Get the fuck out of here. I don't know. But that's, man, that makes me so mad because that's so stupid, right? Like, why wouldn't you say anything, right? But she gets a call when she leaves from the previous owner's mom who invites her and tells her that, you know, First off, she apparently doesn't have working lights in her home either, which also agitates me. In this, God, to turn on your damn lights in the house. Like, you welcome a guest into your home and you ain't gonna turn your damn lights on? For real? Ah, man. Not well. Aside from the fact that she didn't even offer her no tea or nothing, or maybe she did and I missed it. But either way, right? She goes back and tries to help Lucas when she finds out, obviously, the same kind of deal is going on or was going on for her. So she's not crazy. And Creepy Crawly, right, like leads them on a goose chase into the attic and basically gets the dad to like slip up off the little planks and fall through the damn ceiling. So you think he's like dead or some shit, right? And Lucas gets dragged into like the kid's name is Lucas, right? By the way, gets dragged into the hole. There's like a hole on the other side of the house. And she just jumps in after him into pitch black darkness and doesn't, like, I don't know, break her legs or something. I mean, she managed to jump a whole floor down into pitch black darkness, didn't hurt herself, but the dad fell through the ceiling and is presumably dead, right? But the mom gets taken by the Creepy Crawly as well. She wakes up and, like, Creepy Crawly morphs into a version of the dead kid's mom and, like, torments her, you know, which is, like, kind of whatever. And she tells the beast multiple times that the kid is hers and she loves him. And it hurts the thing's heart. It like grabs its heart and it like cowers away in fear. What the hell kind of crap is that? For real? And like the kid is like presumably dead at this point. And like she cries and sings to him and stuff like that. And he wakes up. And she goes outside with him at that point rather than checking on the dad who's presumably dead. But then miraculously, the dad just comes outside and he's okay. Bleeding from his skull, the whole deal. And they like hug it out outside in the yard. Like, what the fuck, man? Are you kidding me? Ah, man, that was a shit ending. I hated that ending. Like, are you for real? First off, like, you're going to sit there and just yell at it and be like, I love that kid. He's mine. Like, it'd be one thing if they built up this whole story about like the previous monster and the thing being condemned for life in a sense by not loving or being hated or hating on something else or something like that, right? And then they go into a family and show a family with the child being taken because they're not loving of their child, and it preys on that, and that's where it gains power as a spirit, right? But no, apparently all this happens and all she needed to say was, you can't have the kid. I love him. You can't take him. And that hurt it. What? First off, if the thing was this powerful to begin with before this even happened, if she didn't say the magic words, the thing just didn't take the kid the first night and they would be like, oh, my kid went missing and I have no idea what happened because there would be no evidence and no buildup to them being even skeptical of next door. Right? No? Am I crazy? I don't know. That's so stupid. But either way, like when you're watching it, like it's a typical horror movie for like whatever. But that ending, man, it really like kicks you in the face. And I didn't like that at all. So that's why I'm giving this damn movie a 6.5 out of 10. The Evil Next Door. I don't know. I don't recommend it. ZukaTube out. Dropping lines like an assembly. I'm staying on point, it's my strategy. Feel like they're tracking me. Yo, let me get on one. Nah, go get your tracks up. Homie, can I steal some? Homie, you can't stack up. My brother, can you shout me? You're barking up the wrong tree. My dog, why do you doubt me? Cause you can't do shit without me. Real like the radio and never play it, but that's cool. The enemy's supposed to hate it.